Election day is upon us. Y'all ready? For the past 3 elections, a bakery shop in Pennsylvania has correctly predicted who the winner of the presidential race was going to be. They do this by baking cookies with the names of the presidential candidates. One's going to have Biden, the other's going to have Trump. They were right in 2008, 2012, and 2016. So you may be asking yourself, what about now? Who sold more cookies? The answer is the Donald. Not only did he sell more cookies though, he sold more cookies by almost 6 times as much. And keep in mind, this is in Pennsylvania. So are we getting a Trump landslide? Maybe. Cookies don't lie. Oh, how times have changed. 4 years ago, not only did I vote for Hillary, but on election day, I wasn't nervous at all. I was confident that Hillary would win. There was no way that the bad orange men could pull it off. Today, 4 years later, not only am I nervous, but I'm also hoping for a Trump win. And nervous doesn't mean I don't think he could do it, because I actually do. But, if you look at the polls, you'll get scared. That's not to say that they have not been tightening lately within the margin of error. Now, does it surprise me that the polls have been tightening? No. The amount of people attending Trump rallies and Trump caravans, it's still mind-blowing to me. I've been talking about it for about 3 days. Thousands upon thousands upon thousands of people across the country. It's astonishing. In my last video, I showed you a Trump caravan in Arizona that was quite long. What I failed to mention, though, was that it was 96 miles long. 96 miles. I can't even calculate how many thousands of people that would have been. Even the Amish got their own Trump caravans going on. Not one, multiple. And these guys are in Pennsylvania, so those votes really count. Interestingly, in Philadelphia, fearing a Trump win, we already see poll workers doing shenanigans. We've seen them handing out flyers telling people how to vote, a voting guide, telling them to go Democratic down the line. We've also seen the same flyer, but a big version, a poster of it, outside of the polling area. It was there until it was reported to officials and it was promptly taken down. Frankly, I think Trump will win. I don't see him losing any supporters from 2016. Other than if you think that all the corona deaths have been his fault, which clearly they have not. You hear the media blaming everything on Trump, all the corona things on Trump, but I mean, come on, look around the world. We got Germany going into lockdown again, the UK going into lockdown again, France going into lockdown again. It's everywhere. It's not Trump's fault. The economy was great and it will return to greatness. The unprecedented peace deals in the Middle East. We got critical race theory eliminated for the federal government and from public education. What else do you want? The list goes on. The Platinum Plan to help Black Americans. The list goes on and on. I can't imagine him losing any supporters. And with the amount of Latinos that he's getting and Black supporters he's getting, I don't see it. But enough about who will win. What happens if Trump wins? What type of riots are we going to see? Antifa has already made a plethora of threats. We've seen stores in big cities across the nation being boarded up. Even the White House brought in special security and special fencing. Lisa Fithium, a career radical, is teaming up with Black Lives Matter and Antifa in preparation for the riots. Will they do everything that they claim in the video? I don't think so. I think it's exaggerated, but I'll show it to you and you decide.
It could be replicated in cities across the country. We've been working on a target map and a framework for scenarios. So we began to put together a list of things we want to know about in the city. So where are all the police stations? Because it's good to know where the police are. Where are all the key government buildings? Where are all the media outlets? Who are the Trump boosters? So we're talking about what would it take to surround the White House and have people do stuff. We can divide it up easily with affinity groups. We have to be willing to put our bodies on the line and take on some discomfort, sacrifice, risk in order to change things. And I've been in conversations where people have never thought about having a gun or like, should I have a gun? But I think we have to know, and I'm going to talk a little bit in a few minutes about what do we do when guns are in the mix. So again, chaos is the soup by which change emerges. Let's get cooking. Again, we didn't cause the war. We didn't ask for this war. Many of us are here because we want to fight it. We want something different. What are we willing to do? Right? Because again, we're not dealing with people with just simple guns. We're dealing with people with AR, AK-47s, multiple rounds, a lot of shootings. So we are going to be in a crisis, but we want it to be one that we are creating. We want to make sure that we are on the offense and not the defense. We want them to be responding to us and us not responding to them. In a situation of a coup or an insurrection or an uprising, whoever's got the guns often can win. We should be clear, like, it's got to go. Trump's got to go. In order to achieve what they did, they knew they had to take over important government buildings. They knew they had to try and win over members of the police and army, and they had to protect each other. I think we don't have a lot of experience taking over government buildings, and we might need to think about that. And I know, as I said earlier, how, we may find ourselves in the streets with people with different tactics than ours, but like, there may be some people that are willing to break the windows to get into the government buildings. Like, if that's what we need to do, then we shouldn't fight about that. Let's do that. Let's take over the buildings.
Sick if true, sick if not true, just for talking about it. I can't even imagine a scenario where any armed group of people storms and takes the White House. Can't imagine it. Won't happen. I hope so. Because people would die, important documents would be unsealed and stolen. Can't happen. Won't happen. And we also see politicians and celebrities in these big democratic controlled cities calling to defund the police. Who's going to protect you if there's no police? The rich got the armed guards, do you? I don't. Who knows what's going to happen? Who knows when we're going to get the results? I don't. Nobody does. What do you think? Will there be violence? Comment down below. I sure hope not. Thank you for watching. Like, subscribe. Ginger out.